Welcome, MechWarrior. You're accessing beginner-level training manuals for the Zeus ZEU-6S provided by Ronin Fox Armored Security. I'll be your instructor, Fox. This tactical debriefing will show you the specifications, strengths, weaknesses, how to customize and utilize a Zeus ZEU-6S in the field. As it is a beginner level, some restrictions will apply, including no lost tech, no cantina upgrades, no mods. DLC will be allowed. Let us begin. The Zeus ZEU-6S. Weight class, Assault. Battlefield role, Sniper. Availability, very common. Threat level, reduced. Description. The Zeus ZEU-6S was commissioned by the Lyran Commonwealth not long after the fall of the Star League. Desiring a relatively quick hit-and-run light assault mech that would be both cheap to produce and maintain, the Zeus was created with exclusively standard-level technology, instead of the more advanced Star League technology that was still available at that period of time. When Star League technology became known as Lost Tech, this meant that the Zeus was essentially future-proofed, and a downgraded version was never required to be made. The mech's popularity stretches out throughout the inner sphere, but it can be most easily found amongst battlefields contested by the Lyran Commonwealth and any industrial hub within their territory and sufficient technology level. Specifications. Maximum weight, 80 tons. Minimum weight, 37.5 tons. This means a grand total of 42.5 tons are available for the ZEU-6S as customizations. Maximum speed, 64 kilometers forward, 43 kilometers reverse, standard engine. This is considered faster than average by assault class mech standards. Armor, 368 units stock. This is 11.5 tons of standard armor. Maximum possible armor, 506 units. This is 15.81 tons of armor. The ZEU-6S could be seen as moderately under-armored for a mech of its weight. Weapons. LRM-15, right arm. 1 ton of LRM ammo. This is 440 missiles or 29.3 salvos, right torso. AC-5, left arm. 1 ton of AC-5 ammo. This is 80 rounds, left arm. Large laser, left torso. 2 medium lasers, center torso and left torso. Assault barrel fist actuator, melee weapon rated at 25 damage, right arm. Assault lower arm, melee weapon rated at 12.5 damage, left arm. 7 additional heat sinks. Strengths and weaknesses of the ZEU-6S. The Zeus 6S is a type of sniper battle mech. As the name implies, these mechs prefer to engage at a very long range, typically with direct-fire weapons, and in this role, the mech's main strength lies in its flexibility. It is faster than average and carries an interesting mix of hardpoints, including a large missile slot, a large energy slot, and a medium ballistic slot. This means most likely the preferred weapon of the MechWarrior can be mounted, unless that is a large ballistic weapon such as an AC-20. However, the disadvantages of the mech greatly outweigh the advantage. In order for the Zeus ZEU-6S to reach the speeds that it does, a rather large engine is required. To accommodate this engine, little space is available for total weapon customization, 42.5 tons to be exact. For comparison, the Cataphract, a mech that is 10 tons lighter, so 70 tons total, has 41 tons available for total item customizations on the mech. This means that a mech 10 tons lighter has only 1.5 tons less space for weapons, armor, ammunition, and equipment. As a result, the ZEU-6S will frequently feel outgunned, thinly armored, and low on ammunition compared to other mechs of a similar size. ZEU-6S Recustomization. This variant of the Zeus 6S will maintain its role as a type of sniper battle mech, but will specifically address the lack of armor and ammo. Start with a fully stripped mech and add an LRM-20. The choice of stream or burst fire is personal preference. Add 3 tons of LRM ammo. This is 1,320 missiles, or 66 total salvos. Add an autocannon 5. Single fire or burst fire is a personal preference. Add 2 tons of AC-5 ammo. This is 160 rounds. Add 3 medium lasers, short burst. Short burst is also a personal preference and is a DLC weapon, though the primary note here is the switch from large laser to an LRM-20. It's worth noting that the average damage per minute of a large laser and the added LRM-5, which is how the LRM-15 reaches an LRM-20, they both do 90 damage per minute. The reduction of the large laser is how this variant will gain the space needed for more armor and ammo. Next, max the mech's armor and add 2 heat sinks, which will put the mech over its maximum tonnage. This can be used for easier armor tuning. To tune the armor, set all 3 rear sections to 15 armor points and move the rest to the front. Then remove 1.31 tons of armor. Recommendations is to set the head to 24 and the legs to 50. BattleRom mission debriefing. The upcoming video will show the performance of the redesigned Zeus ZEU-6S. Mission type, battlefield. Difficulty, 69. Total drop weight, 305 tons. Allies, Stalker STK-3F, 2 Archer ARC-2Rs, all in stock configuration. Pilot skill level, veteran. If you possess your own training battle pod, check document 1 in the description of this holo video for a code that you can upload into the instant action section so you can make a virtual replication of this original battle. Welcome to Dobson, MechWarrior. You're seeing the perspective of Ronin Fox's heavy missile fire support lance, designation Raiju Lance. Specifically, you're seeing the Zeus, which is the leader, designation Raiju 1. Objective is emergency interception of the 2nd Chris Holmes Raiders of the AFFS, who are attempting to open up the flank of the 4th Ghost Regiment of the DCMS. The battle begins with Raiju Lance choosing an emergency interception point, as long-range planning against the 2nd Chris Holmes Raiders was simply not possible. The terrain did not provide much in the way of a defensive benefit, but the flat farmlands of Dobson did allow for long-range fire support. Nevertheless, their sudden appearance catches the Chris Holmes Raiders' skirmishing team off guard, including both a Kentaro and a Centurion. Raiju 1 leads the fire support efforts from the 2nd line, while Raiju 2 is ordered to take point. A withering hail of constant LRM battery rapidly deteriorates the armor of the skirmishing force. Next, the successful ambush causes the original scouts for Chris Holmes Raiders to redirect to the distress call of the skirmishing unit as a quick response force, as 2 locusts join both an Igor and a Grasshopper for emergency relief. This may have posed more of a problem to a short-range lance. However, the fire support-focused Locust 1Ms are not able to suffer the counter-bombardment from Raiju Lance, and the Grasshopper is simply unable to close the distance quickly enough. Chris Holmes Raiders maintains pressure on Raiju Lance as a mixed force appears, including a demi-lance of a Enforcer and Quick Draw with a Scorpion and Partisan as support. Presuming that the Zeus 6S would be a fragile target, they focus fire on Raiju 1, who chooses to stand his ground, demonstrating the resilience of the redesign, and orders his lance mates from cover to do maximum damage in the counterattack. Damage to Raiju Lance is increasing, and as Raiju 1 makes the decision that it's time to withdraw, the Chrysome Raiders bring an unexpected lance forward, including a Battlemaster, a Rifleman, and a Crusader. Unable to withdraw under these circumstances, Raiju 1 orders an all-out assault against the enemy Battlemaster. The blistering medium lasers of the Battlemaster cause noticeable damage to Raiju 4, who calls for assistance, and Raiju 1 acknowledges, closing the distance intentionally to the Battlemaster such that all weapons are online simultaneously. With the Battlemaster finally defeated, Raiju 1 takes command of the situation by making an easier target of himself despite his damage in order to cover Raiju 3 and 4, who are ordered to withdraw to the back. In a demonstration of the redesigned ZEU-6S's close combat capability, Raiju 1 disables half of the Crusader's weapon systems before ordering the rest of Raiju Lance to finish it off. Raiju 1 then begins a counter-bombardment on the enemy Rifleman, choosing to use his heat-efficient weapons that are still fully functional despite riding the red line of overheating, demonstrating that the two heat sinks are sufficient for the primary weapon systems on the redesigned ZEU-6S. Back at home, the damage to the armor of Raiju Lance is noticeable, but the more important and valuable components are all still safe behind the layers of standard armor. This concludes the beginner-level introduction to the Zeus ZEU-6S. You now have a much better understanding of what this mech's capabilities are, its strengths and weaknesses, how to make simple improvements upon one if you possess it, as well as what sort of performance one might expect to get out of it in the field. Once again, thank you for choosing Ronin Fox Armored Security for all of your training needs. Alrighty, and that's my video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As final thoughts for the ZEU-6S, I gotta say, it isn't a great mech, but on the other hand, I went into this video with like a really negative view of the Zeus, and then I came out of it liking it a bit more. Like, I wouldn't mind using the Zeus. I still don't think it's amazing, though. As for news, though, next I'm going to be doing a light mech, probably 2 light mechs in a row in order to kind of, like, balance things out. And, yeah, don't forget in September, there's going to be the DLC, The Dragon's Gambit. Catch me on Twitch, playing it live. Get Good Fox on Twitch. If you don't like Twitch, it'll also be on my second YouTube channel, Get Good Fox VODs. And, of course, subscribe here on my normal YouTube channel. Just Get Good Fox for more MechWarrior 5 content. Till next time, though, everybody, hope you have a good one, and remember that you don't have to be good to get good.